In episode 8, I'm going to cover swapping standard plastic pendants that you have on your ceiling on the light to your own light fittings, which may be metal, and also whether you're going to swap the switches as well from plastic to metal. We're going to go through the implications of that. So first up, you've moved into a house, you don't like all these pendants, and you go out and buy some nice fittings, whether they're metal chandelier types or whatever they are. Go to IKEA, B&Q, wherever you get them from. Now, swapping them over seems quite simple, but there's a big thing that people miss, and especially on older houses. Now, on older houses, historically, what happened was they all were installed with the old Bakelite switches, and over the years it's been updated, a plastic one being put on, the white square plastic one that you see now instead of the round Bakelite chunky switches. And eventually someone got round to replacing that with a metal one. At the same time, they also had those old kind of nice shaped pendants that usually were stuck on with a lot of paint. It's been done over the years. Someone's took that off, replaced it with a modern pendant that screws on better. And the older ones, the giveaway by the way, is they don't have that outer insulation on the cable, so the white plastic insulation that goes over both of the two internal cores. So it'll just be like a twisted cable that comes off. That's the giveaway if you've got one of the old original pendants. Now the issue with this is that on the older wiring, you know, you're talking 40 plus years ago, possibly longer, that didn't have earth connection on it. So, and also if someone has been changing these around, sometimes people cut the earth and it's not continuous throughout the house. So therefore, whether it's modern or older wiring, the earth connection might not be continuous. That's a separate thing, and if you look at an episode where I cover electrical inspections, I'll mention a bit more of that there and other episodes. Now, what this means for the light fitting is then you are putting a metal fitting on which is not earthed. So if that case was to become live, so for example a connections was a bit loose and came out and that made the casing live, as soon as someone touches that there's no protection back to earth, which would trigger the protection on the board. Instead, you're it. So it's the same thing with the metal switches as well. If that was to become live, chances are small, but it's still an if. And the thing is, you have no protection if there's no earth connection there. There's no path back to earth. The path would be whoever touches that live part. So that's why you need to be careful when you switch over these connections, when you go from plastic to metal. Sockets generally tend to always have earth on, but they still might not have a continuous earth, which is another reason why wiring needs to be checked out. So if you've got any questions and you want to know, for example, what is compatible with wiring that doesn't have an earth, or if you're not sure whether yours has or not, then drop the comments below or find me on Messenger. Remember, as always, give me some likes, give me some shares, give me some comments below, whatever you feel the need to do. Thanks very much, and I'll see you in the next episode.